I'm rocking a lot though. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Ricardo?
Here.
Mr. Hoffman?
Here.
Mr. Condit?
Here.
Mr. Molina?
Here.
Mr. Silverston?
Here.
Mr. Wiggins?
Present.
Approval of meeting minutes from April 26, 2016.
So moved.
I need a second.
Second.
Roll call on approval of minutes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Abstain.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Amendments to the agenda.
Second.
Yes,
Oh, acceptance of financial reports.
Move to accept financial reports?
Roll call on acceptance.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Now amendments to the agenda.
Mr. President, Acting Mayor, there are four. Resolution number 42, 2016, a resolution authorizing a $2,000 donation to the City of Twinsburg Recreation Department for the Rock the Park event, first reading.
Need a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Resolution number 43, 2016, a resolution to accept the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve the revised final plan and plat for Phase 8 of the Harrington Place subdivision, and this is being asked to pass by emergency.
Need a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Resolution number 44, 2016, a resolution to accept the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve the preliminary development plan for Phase 9 of the Harrington Place subdivision, first reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Resolution number 45, 2016, a resolution to authorize and direct the mayor to sell one used police cruiser, the 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, to Cadiz Police Department for a sum of $4,000, and this is being asked passed by emergency.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Comments from the public, 30 minutes, maximum time, 5 minutes per person. Please state your name and address.
Linda Radecki, 2992 Pirates Cove. First, I'd like to ask a question. You were talking about tickets and police and everything. Did you say that the police have the ability, if there's a car parked overnight now, that like the service department can call and say it's in the way of the snowplow and they can remove this car?
They won't, they'll knock on the door and ask the people to move it off the street.
But I mean, is that ability now?
Yes.
Because I know, and I know how you feel, okay? I live on Pirates Cove. On Pirates Trail, there's at least 5 people that park in the street day and night, all year round. They've been asked. On Pirates Cove, there was people that would leave their car in the street while they're on vacation for 7 days. And you can ask Chief Buck. He had police people go there because it was repeated overnight, and right across from the people's driveways, okay, which makes it difficult to get out. He handled it. The other way the police do it, one time I came home, there's a car parked here and there's a car parked here. This is my house. Because these people didn't have the keys to their daughter's car, the police told this person, why don't you park in your driveway? She said, I don't want to. She had an empty driveway. So he told her to move it up 5 feet under my grass. So, you know, these are just things you might want to think about before you jump to the conclusion, yes, the police are being nice by not giving out tickets, but people also do not listen. to the police. And just from our neighborhood, 2 streets, I can tell you that, you know, it goes on and on and on and on. If they had the ability, just move the car, have the police department move the car, that would have solved a lot of problems. But, this is my 2 cents worth.
That's why we need him to be here, so he can.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the ordinance would solve all those problems, because then it's a ticket, but if it's a
I mean, I
half
just want you to be aware that,
Yeah.
that people don't think, oh, it's a policeman, I better be good and do something.
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
The woman says, I don't wanna park in my empty driveway. You know, and this is a policeman asking you to
Well,
please
see,
move.
And again, the statement was they don't have the power to get it done. I'm not totally convinced if a person has that attitude, the price ticket we're talking about, I think we need to revisit this with the chief, talk it through, and maybe add the option at the discretion of the chief and the mayor or somebody else, to give ourselves the authority to tow the car.
Right, even if people
when
had to
people
go
are
pick it
non-compliant.
up, they might think twice about parking overnight or parking, like I say, the one people, they were gone for 10 days overnight, that they left the
If we're gonna
company.
do it, it needs some teeth in it, so,
Yeah,
yeah, but again, I'd like to make sure we have the magnitude of the problem that represents the cost and the right solution, so.
I would just tell you, towing the car is a remedy of last resort because, you know, you're going to be sued, something's going to be missing.
Oh, the car's gonna
So
disappear.
towing of the car is not something that I would recommend.
No.
Unless there's a safety concern, like a fire engine couldn't get through, then we would definitely move it. Otherwise, for a parking ticket, it's probably not gonna get towed.
Yeah.
is not.
Well, I know some cities where they don't wait to tow it, the fire truck needs to get through, the fire truck goes through.
But typically-
They push the car aside and,
It's not gonna be pretty, but we'll get through.
yeah,
but thank you.
Thank you.
Linda.
thank you.
Yeah, Ed Walter, 3878 Surfside Circle. Couple of things. On the parking, you have to make the parking regulations uniform. For example, on Surfside Circle where both Walt and I live, the water line crosses the street. But all parking is on Walt's side of the street. And in front of my house, they're supposed to park on the meters, or on the hydrant part of the street, rather than on the part of the street without a hydrant, because the water line is across the street, and they wanted to make it uniform. That's the way the police chose to ask people to park. Secondly, I'm really shocked, amazed, and very pleased with this rocking chair. It caught me totally by surprise. But it brings up a question. Now, when I was on council for a number of years, I would see Ellen Mary come in just about every meeting, and sometimes Mary would come in without Elle. And I want to know who gets to sit in that rocking chair when Elle's not here.
She does.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Mary?
Mary Williams, 10589 Florida. No, I'm not gonna complain about the addition to the garage. It is very tall. But this, let me say it loosely, neighbor has not even finished the fence that he put up yet. So, I don't know if Bob Brody can instruct him to go ahead and finish the project that he already started or not, but it's not finished. There's supposed to be the connecting boards between the pieces of fencing, and they're not there.
Well, and that,
We'll tell you.
Paul, that was a question that came up though, from the other neighbor, I forget his name.
Joe Burry?
Joe, yeah. You know, one of his issues with the art board was that we, you know, granted him, I think, 2 separate, permits. Is there anything that you know that you gotta finish one before, or, I mean, if he came to us next art board meeting and said, hey, I wanna do this now, other than a house?
I mean, there would be, generally, no, the answer is no. But if he was persistently finishing jobs or there was unworkmanlike jobs, you could hold up a permit till they comply workmanlike practices, or if it's woefully behind, you know, a fence probably doesn't fall into that category unless it's real disrepair, something like that, but, yeah, I mean, there are some limited remedies that you have, not many, but, you know, if he's making an application, and he's within the standards, those minimum standards that we set by ordinance, you have to give him permits.
Al Williams, 10589 Florida Street. My concern with the fence, and I voiced it very loudly at our board, is the fact that the village required Mary and I to put drains from our downspouts to that ditch. I now have a drain that's on the other side of the ditch that I cannot get to make sure that it's open. And I don't know whether the village is willing to reroute that drain into the drain that is there, that I can get to. He's told me, oh, you can come around anytime you want and clean it. I've also been told I can paint the fence any color I want on my side, and I'm going, no, thank you, that's your fence, you paint it whatever color you want. But the drain does concern me, to be honest. And the one drain is visible, and I can get to it because of the way the property line went. But the other one is beyond. I can get to it now because he's only put the back side of the fence up. He hasn't put the side down. But when he puts the side up, which I assume he's going to do because there is another post that would go with the side, then I do not feel that I want to find my way into his yard to clean
How
out
far
the
beyond the
drain.
fence is the end of that pipe, Al?
Probably 4 feet. And that's why I asked when I came if they would tell him he had to go 3 feet off the property line. And it would have kept it, he would have had 3 feet on our side that he would have had to have cleared. And he has come over and mowed that. So I can't say he doesn't do that. And I think the reason he didn't put the boards up is he was told there may be a pipe going in that ditch. And where those sections are, he can take them down if the pipe goes through there. And I don't think the pipe is going through there. So if the pipe were going through, then the concern is gone. If not, the only thing, I have a drain, a little round one. If a big drain were put there and that pipe were open and taken into that drain and then out into the other one, it would work. And it would not be on his property. And they would both be on mine. I think the village thought when they took the pipe back there, that's where the property line was, because they had put a survey stake in the middle of that ditch, and I think they thought the whole thing went that way. And when he surveyed, it didn't.
I know the mayor
What?
I know the mayor was either going to or did talk to Gene. Gene hasn't shown up there, has he?
No, not to, I don't know, we're not home half the time.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say Gene has not shown up, because I don't know.
I'll talk to Sam about it and see if he
And I
has anything.
thought this garage had to be sided to match the house that he's going to build. And that will change some of the unsightliness. If the siding goes up widthwise instead of, right now it's T111 and it goes up and down. So it really makes it look high. But if he has to side it widthwise with siding, it's going to give it the illusion that it's been pulled down.
That has been discussed now.
And that's what I thought. And I do honestly think that he does intend to build a house there for his parents, because they come up for the summer, and I don't think his wife's too happy with having a house full. So I'm thinking the house may be up by the end of the summer. And I'm not trying to defend him, because we've had our bouts already.
Thank you, Al. Anyone else? Resolution 34, 2016, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into an agreement with 911 Cellular LLC for a sum not to exceed $11,000, second reading. Resolution 37, 2016, a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into agreement with Kevin Budick for website development and hosting for the Reminderville Rec Center for a sum not to exceed $2,500, first reading. Resolution 38, 2016, a resolution to hire Michael Durkis as a seasonal part-time laborer in the Department of Public Service to be paid at the rate of $9.50 per hour and declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend the rules, pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on suspension of rules.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes. Move to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on emergency passage.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Resolution 39, 2016, a resolution to hire Yvonne Durrell Lowe as a seasonal part-time laborer in the Department of Public Service to be paid at the rate of $9.50 per hour and declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend the rules to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call?
I'm sorry, who had the second?
I'm sorry.
No, you're,
I was just talking about.
sorry. Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Move to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on emergency passage?
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes. Resolution 40, 2016, a resolution to hire Jeremy Piggott as a seasonal part-time laborer in the Department of Public Service to be paid at the rate of $9 per hour and declaring an emergency.
Move to suspend the rules to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on suspension of rules.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
I have a question,
Yes.
but should I do it to pass by emergency first, or how?
Yeah, and then discussion.
And then discussion. Move to pass by emergency,
Second.
then discussion. Should this be $9.50?
That's just what the two of us were talking about over here. We have two people.
Jeremy is at 9 because that was what the rate is. Michael Durkin is at 9.50 because this is gonna be his third year here. So
Okay.
Sam asked if he could go at 50 cents an hour. And Darrell has a lot more experience than Jeremy did, so he asked if he could get 50 cents higher and they okayed it before Sam offered it.
Okay. Roll call?
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Resolution 41, 2016, a resolution appointing Michael Kestner to the position of fire lieutenant, first reading. Resolution 42, 2016, a resolution authorizing a $2,000 donation to the City of Twinsburg Recreation Department for the Rock the Park event, first reading. Resolution 43, 2016, a resolution to accept the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve the revised final plan and plat for Phase 8 of the Harrington Place subdivision.
Move to suspend the rules to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on suspension of rules.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes. Move to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on emergency passage.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Resolution 44, 2016, a resolution to accept the recommendation of the Planning and Zoning Commission to approve the preliminary development plan for Phase 9 of the Harrington Place subdivision. Resolution 45, 2016, a resolution to authorize and direct the mayor to sell one used police cruiser 2011 Ford Crown Victoria, VIN number as stated, to the Cadiz Police Department for a sum of $4,000.
Move to suspend the rules to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on suspension of rules.
Mr. Molina,
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Move to pass by emergency.
Second.
Roll call on emergency passage.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mr. Wiggins?
Yes.
Mr. DeCarlo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina?
Yes. Okay, old business.
Yeah, let's talk about the,
During old, okay?
Sure.
Yeah, because it's
So,
been brought up before.
This will put us over budget. Or
No.
over,
Be right at it.
We would have $200
So
left.
that, yeah, a delta of 200 at the
Oh,
end, so
sorry.
anything else that would happen the rest of the
I
year
said that was 2,500.
without changing our budget,
Yes.
we only have $200 to deal with.
And just so everybody knows what we're looking at, we appropriated 5,000, which is what we have agreed to in the past. And so we're at 2,800 so far that we've spent.
You said, Stacy, that they've already, I don't wanna say they spent the money, but they've pretty much written us in for the 2,000?
Yes.
Well,
However,
they've written us in, but not for a specified amount, right?
no, we're just on the marketing as donating, the dollar amount has not been,
But they think, do they think we're giving them 2,000?
sure.
So we give it
That's
out.
what, yeah, they know that's what's on the agenda, but I will say bicentennial, we still have, is that bicentennial is coming out of this too?
No, this is not included, that's not included.
Okay, that's all, because I know bicentennial banners, we ordered the pins, books, so as long as that's not in there, then
But we
that's up
had
to
a
you.
dollar amount for the bicentennial that we were.
Right, that's kind of a different, that's not really a donation, because we're receiving stuff, we're buying stuff, or it'd be like donating
Okay.
to ourselves almost, but.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that will be coming up.
Do you have
What's in
something?
the crystal ball?
I'll run the reports and put it on box for the last couple of years.
Okay.
It's way more than 5,000. Isn't it?
Um,
And there's certain things
I
like
know that
the
it
wall
was-
last year, obviously.
Yeah, the wall was a
broke that
special
budget.
thing.
yeah,
But I don't think well, we have to look.
Yeah.
But I think one of the things we discussed, when something special comes up, then we would consider that individually and merit whether it's
Right.
a reasonable
But it's-
expenditure.
It's May and we're essentially out, so.
Right.
I
But
will
it-
say that normally all of our donations are at the beginning of the year, because the other events, if we take part, like the Luminosity in Twinsburg, we put that under Parks and Rec because we were actually volunteering there, we were passing out stuff in our name. So I'm trying to think, I think Rock the Park, because it's the summer, I don't think they asked for anything for fall,
What about the
winter.
clam bake?
Did we do?
Not last year, but, or did we do it last year?
I think we did donate last year.
if you
And
want me
didn't
to, I
we-
can run the report right now, it'll take me 2 minutes.
Well, it's only first reading tonight,
Yeah.
so.
I think
So we
didn't we
can-
contribute to the chamber for some kind of a, end of the summer party or something? But it wasn't much, it might have been 100 or 200 or something.
I'll go through
remember
everything
that.
that we did last year when she was working
Yeah.
too.
I personally think though, if they're counting on the 2,000 and that's been our historical pattern, I think it's not good for relationships to go ahead and say, well, we're only gonna give you 1,000.
And I
Now,
will
we
say
may wanna
do
warn
borrow
them,
their
don't
machinery
assume
for
next
free.
year that you're getting 2,000, and warn them in advance, so they can.
Even if you warn them, they'll still think you're doing it. They'll probably raise it to 3.
I mean,
Like
I
they did
will
for the
say,
taste, they raised it, what they asked this year.
another thing to think about is Sam's Graffiti. And because our relationship with them, we borrow their machinery on a regular basis that we would normally have to rent. So, just a good relationship.
Yeah, that's just,
Keep intact.
yeah.
And if it's a concern for next year, then maybe the people that we give major amounts to, if we are not prepared to do it, then let's warn them all in advance not to count on their 2,500 next year. But don't surprise them, I don't think that's smart.
And I think now with the rec center getting close to opening, we should be going to the township in Aurora and asking for money. I don't know that that's such a bad idea since we're gonna be opening it up to their residents too.
Well, like, was it Mark who said it? They never donate to anything we do, so, it's just,
I will say, and sorry,
not that we ever ask them, but.
exactly, I tend to take the opposite side of things, but, normally when we have things, there are people who will call the next day and go, there were people from Twinsburg at our Easter egg hunt, and Twinsburg doesn't do that to us, that I know of. So because, I think maybe because we're so small, we don't invite other communities yet with the rec center, so.
But even
That's
for our
what I
grand
said.
opening festivities,
Yeah,
you know, ask Aurora, you know, help us get out to your people.
okay.
Okay, so you'll have that on box for us
Yes.
for the next meeting. Thank you, Deputy. Any other old business? Any new business?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call on adjournment.
Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Ricardo?
Yes.
Mr. Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Condit?
Yes.
Mr. Molina.
Yes.
Mr. Silverston?
Yes.
Mark? Drew?
I'm good, how are you?
Is that the last of the Crown Vics?
Crown Vic?
Nice little